Yes.
A once secret Pentagon study of UFOs may be finished, but according to published reports, the U.S. government is still collecting information about encounters between unknown aircraft and our military.
Now, so far, the government has not released official reports or any kind of findings from that study that was headquartered right here in southern Nevada. But the man who authorized that study knows a thing or two about some of the content.
The I-Team's George Knapp is here with more from an exclusive interview with former Senator Harry Reid. Hi, George.
A lot of stuff on the airwaves these days.
Yeah.
I heard one critic of the UFO study said on cable news last night that, of course, we should study unknowns, but that are encountered by our military pilots, but we shouldn't study those UFOs. The study conducted here in southern Nevada had input from our best and brightest, trained pilots and other observers, backed up by radar returns, instrumentation, and sometimes physical evidence. One account came from a bomber pilot who later became a U.S. Senator.
I was flying, and there was an object next to me. I could not get rid of that. I couldn't. I slowed up, it would be there. I speed up, it would be there. I would dive, it would be there. He said, I called, nothing on radar.
The story told to Harry Reid came from Republican Senator Ted Stevens, whose experience as a World War II bomber pilot was shared during a closed-door meeting at the U.S. Capitol. Reid says that meeting in 2007 led to the funding for a clandestine study of UFOs. Reid had been approached by an unnamed intelligence official who felt the topic deserved study because of decades of spooky encounters between the U.S. military and unknown aerial objects, like this one off the California coast in 2004. UFOs as big as airliners played cat and mouse with the USS Nimitz carrier group several times over a 3-week period. This object, shaped like a giant tic-tac, performed seemingly impossible maneuvers.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. Oh my gosh.
Another video recorded by military pilots caught glimpses of what aviators said was a fleet of unknown aircraft.
But are outmatched by a technology they've never seen. Clearly, this is not an experimental U.S. aircraft. But whose is it? How did it accomplish these feats?
News of the encounter was first unveiled back in October during the launch of a public benefit corporation called To the Stars Academy. The bigger story was missed, namely that the video had been analyzed in the study initiated by Senator Reid. Results from the study have not been made public. Reid says the program cast a wide net and included incidents with clear national security implications, such as chilling reports in which UFOs hovered over American nuclear missile bases, as portrayed in this documentary, UFOs and Nukes.
But it's all in documents. But scores and scores of mostly men up there would come out and look up there. Oh, I don't know what that is. And they wouldn't leave. The communications in the missile defense installation was shut down. Didn't happen once, more than once.
Reid says the study also investigated reports of USOs, unidentified craft detected underwater, and it incorporated the UFO files of several other nations which have been more open about the issue. One aim of the study was to find out the origin of the craft. Intelligence officials ruled out the Russians or Chinese, but Reid says our adversaries are likely ahead of us in trying to duplicate this far superior technology.
It's rotated.
Did you get any indication from people like the man you're talking about or others in the intelligence community or defense that Russia and China are looking at this stuff, are studying it?
The answer is yes.
Las Vegas businessman Robert Bigelow, whose aerospace facility housed the UFO study team, says he signed a strict non-disclosure agreement and cannot discuss the findings. Reid said the study produced voluminous reports, but was canceled because of fears within the intelligence community. Fear not only that the story would leak out, but fear based on religious beliefs of those who felt UFOs might be satanic.
Did you ever hear that? Opposition that maybe this is something evil?
Yes. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of people who didn't like it for a number of reasons, and religious, not affiliation, religious views of people didn't fit what they wanted to spend money on.
Persons familiar with the 5-year study told us the effort resulted in 36 thick reports, some of them several hundred pages in length, as well as another 36 or so technical reports, which projected how this kind of exotic technology might usher in a new era of aviation and what that might mean. We don't know if that material will ever see the light of day. I kind of have my doubts about it. Tomorrow, Senator Reid will talk about whether we need congressional hearings on the subject of UFOs.
Wouldn't you have liked to have been a fly on the wall for a couple of those meetings?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks, George.
Thanks, George.